We supposed to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear. We supposed to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear. But we not. Not on the Crimson Cure channel, we will not turn a blind eye nor a deaf ear, nor will we be silent. Thank you, Book of Rollins and Mad Love. Thank you, sweetheart. We ain't supposed to talk about it. We're not even supposed to know about it. Right?
Sad thing is they'll say it's my body, my choice, but won't let that man make the decision, to whether or not to be in that kid's life or not. His choice too, right? But this is what they want. I'm not for men leaving their kids, all right? But some of these women know the man's not suitable to be a father, and choose to let this man have sex with them unprotected. This is the end result. Don't want to take responsibility. Okay. And the fact to talk among the sisters and say, this is wrong. We can't be having constant black genocide like this. Something has to change. But it's always the man's fault. Never a two-party joint effort, since it takes two people to have sex.
Because after all, these your kids. Right, black woman? Your kids. You want to talk about what went on the plantation? One would think we were still on a plantation. One would be forced to believe that we're still on a plantation with the genocide that's actually happening. We're going to get into it. I got some articles, plural. So what I need y'all to do is get comfortable. I need you with a pen and paper if you need it. Because we going in. This the cookout. We going in. We going in on the savagery. First, some definitions. So everybody will know what we talking about today. I'm not mincing words. First, some definitions. And I'm not confused on the words. What is a genocide? Definition of a genocide: the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. I'm going to say it again. A genocide is the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group
Another thing also is you'll have people, when you have these types of discussions, they'll try to play redefining the words when it comes to genocide or other things that are just completely straight to the point. Okay. They talk, let's say the word savage, right? No, that's empowering. That's empowering. What you talking about? That's self-esteem. They'll twist words like that. Let's keep going.
Mortal, lethal, fatal of a person or group, primitive and uncivilized, synonyms, unenlightened, heathen, wild, barbarian, barbarous, barbaric, rude. It's demon time. Everybody got them definitions? I need these definitions in your mind, because we talking about a genocide. Listen, before we go on, this isn't about pro-choice or pro-life. I don't care if you're pro-choice or pro-life. This is not a conversation about the political ramifications, rights and wrongs on any of that, although I might touch politics with it. But this,
I will say this when it comes to pro-life, a lot of people are really not pro-life, they're just pro-birth, meaning they want a woman to just have the baby no matter if she's not capable of providing for this kid, just have the baby. But nobody's willing to, help this woman direct those services that she'll be able to take care of this baby properly and the baby won't die in her care. That's a subject for another time.
this isn't about Roe v. Wade. This isn't going to be about each state and what their laws are pertaining to it. What we're going to talk about is the genocide happening in the wombs of Black women. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. The genocide. And I defined it for you. I mean that word. The wholesale slaughter of little bitty innocent babies with all this birth control to prevent you from even getting pregnant. Y'all want to use abortion as retroactive birth control. Thank you, Philip J. You made your wombs a cemetery.
This is what Black women don't want to talk about. A lot of women don't want to talk about. Can't use this stuff as a contraceptive. Okay, I can understand if you were molested or raped, and sometimes I'm against even having an abortion in those circumstances. I knew a woman who was raped and she had her child and grew up, and he grew up, and she doesn't hate her son. Now, using this as a contraceptive, there is some trauma. There's some trauma and repercussions for that, especially to your mental well-being. But a lot of Black women don't want to hear this. Liberal Black women do not want to hear this.
You've made your wombs grave sites for the next generations of Black children, Black people. If anybody else was doing this, it'd be a public outcry. Everybody streets saying how wrong it is. We said we wasn't going to have another Holocaust. But there are millions of little Hitlers in what's left of the community or the ethnic outpost that we have. We going back to some articles, y'all. Oh, it's gonna be an all-time tragic. Black women abort at almost 4 times the rate of white women. This was in February of 2020. So this is before C-19 made an appearance. At a time when abortion industry leader Planned Parenthood, we gonna get into that, is gearing up to again promote an abortion agenda involving women of color, the Centers for Disease Control has released data showing that the Black abortion rate is currently 3.8 times greater than the white abortion rate and 2.15 times greater than the Hispanic abortion rate. These numbers reveal how abortion is disproportionately targeting the Black community, although 2 agencies have recently published national abortion data, Guttmacher and the CDC. Only the CDC has at this time updated its data on race and ethnicity. The CDC reports that for its most recently reported year, 2016, non-Hispanic Black women accounted for 38% of all reported abortions. These are just the reported ones. Non-Hispanic white women accounted for 35% of all reported abortions. Hispanic women accounted for 18.8% of all reported abortions, and other races accounted for 8.2% of all reported abortions. Despite the Black community making up just 12% of the U.S. population, Black women also had the highest number of reported abortions out of the 32 reporting areas according to the CDC.
Before it was 13% of the population. Now it's 12. Wow.
The CDC data also reveals that the Black abortion rate, which is abortions per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44, exceeded all other races. Black abortion rate 25.1. Hispanic abortion rate 11.7. White abortion rate 6.6. This means that the Black abortion rate was 3.8 times higher than the white abortion rate, which and 2.15 times higher than the Hispanic abortion rate. Using just the 32 reporting areas for race and ethnicity, CDC also noted that Blacks had the highest abortion ratio, abortions per every 1,000 live births. Blacks at 401. So that's 401 abortions for every 1,000 live births. That's almost half. Hispanic 156, white 109, other 207. This means that the Black abortion ratio was nearly 3.7 times higher than the white abortion ratio and more than 2.5 times higher than the Hispanic abortion ratio. Just as the Black community has been targeted in the past by predatory industries, including big tobacco and alcohol, today the pro-life community can document the clear and disproportionate way abortion targets the Black community. Notable Black leaders of the past: Fannie Lou Hamer, Dr. Mildred Jefferson, Dr. Dolores Bernadette Greer, Iowa Representative June Franklin, Irma Clardy Craven, and even comedian Dick Gregory warned us that abortion would become a tool of Black genocide. Yeah, Crimson Cure not the only one that say this is genocide. If we estimate the total number of abortions by extrapolating using the CDC
Margaret Sanger was a very strong supporter of Adolf Hitler with eugenics. Okay, even getting black pastors on to side with her to examine black women back in her day, and she ended up sterilizing them. Okay, a lot of things you won't hear about Margaret Sanger and the truth about Planned Parenthood and how you had blacks who betrayed their race, their ethnic group. It's only one race, the human race, betrayed their ethnic group just to fit in with whites. Okay, you got some crooked people within the black community that just want to fit in, and it was causing a genocide. And that's what it is. You have a lot of women. I mean, you had Oprah one time saying, "Shout your abortion, shout your abortion." Like that is something to be proud of. Abortion traumatizes women. It gives them trauma mentally. They can commit suicide. It's very scarring for a woman to have an abortion. For a woman to keep on having one, there's something mentally wrong with that person. An abortion kills black people at an alarming rate faster. At an alarming rate faster than black on black crime. Okay, you see a lot of Planned Parenthood facilities in black communities.
Against reported abortions in all 48 reported areas. I don't want to read what's in parentheses. Live Action News previously documented that in 2016, these are the conclusions of that statement. Black people made up just 12% of the U.S. population, but accounted for 38% of reported abortions. Black abortions at 236,919 estimated outnumbered the top 9 leading causes of death for Black Americans combined, which stands at 235,139. Estimated Black abortion numbers were 24 times greater than the homicides committed on Black Americans that same year. This is 2016. The estimated Black abortion numbers were 24 times greater than homicides committed on Black Americans within that same year. Nationally, in 2016, there were 558,622 live births to non-Hispanic Black women. That's about 1,530 live births per day. While that same year, an estimated 649 Black babies were killed by abortion. In just 1 year, abortion snuffs out approximately the same number as those gathered to listen to MLK's iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. Tragically, due to ongoing targeting of Black babies, we now estimate that between 2010 and 2016, over 1.7 million Black babies lost their lives to abortion.
Wow, that is deep. That is deep. Babies lost could have filled the crowds when Martin Luther King talked about "I Have a Dream" speech.
Okay? It's a genocide. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with that word. I'm not using that word to be sensational. That's not sensational. That's the truth. That's the truth. Nothing sensational about that. It ain't nothing happy about it either. You kill more babies in your womb kill a kid or not. You won't do that. You won't do that. So I have no other choice but to charge you up as a savage. Because you won't even prevent yourself from having to even make a choice like that. Who wants to make a choice like that? Who voluntarily puts themselves in positions where I gotta choose whether or not I'm gonna take a life or not? Anytime a human being is placed in a situation where they have to choose, do I take a life or not? That got to be, or it ought to be, a life-threatening situation in the first place for them. You can't be in that type of situation. Just put yourself in that type of situation. But I'm pregnant, so do I kill this one or do I keep this one? And then you wonder why Black women have higher mortality rates when they do decide to have kids. You might think it has something to do with your rupturing your womb every time you got pregnant them last 4 times. Because trust and believe, I know some Black women that have had multiple abortions. Not just one, and she felt bad, and then that was a hard decision, and then she ain't gonna do that no more. No. I have known women growing up in the hood, high school, whatever. They used abortion as retroactive birth control. They never tried to use no contraception. I just go kill it. I just go take care of it. Whatever.
That attitude and that mindset is really a turnoff. Any woman who could talk like that, say about, oh, I'll just kill the baby. I'll keep this one. I'll kill this one. I'll keep this one. I'll kill this one. It's like you line up kids to kneel, and while you shoot them in the back of the head with a pistol. That's what it sounds like. And it's sad to say, many liberal Black women don't see it that way. But that's what it is.
Y'all use abortion so much that y'all scam men out of abortion money. That should let you know something wrong with this right here. Right now. Y'all scam men out of abortion money. Am I lying? Chat room, let me know. Am I lying? Do they or do they not scam men out of abortion money?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And a lot of these women, they don't think about the consequences. You don't try to be finessing men like this, because some men don't care about the consequences. They will wear that jumpsuit after they put you in the morgue.
I'm pregnant. Don't produce no pregnancy test. I need $500 to go get me abortion. You don't want it. And he be so like, yeah, I don't want man with you. He'll get her the money. Ain't even got her pregnant. He be trying to figure it out. I know I used a condom. He be trying to figure it out. I know I was using a condom. But I don't know. I just don't want man with her. I'll give her $500. Get out of my hair? Yes, $500 is a low price to pay. I'll pay that price over and over again to get her out of my face. That's how often y'all use abortion. I'm gonna show y'all something else. This is gonna be the last article, and then I'm gonna actually read something to you. From Breitbart, studies confirm researchers with the Charlotte Lozier Institute, the Susan B. Anthony List research arm, the racial disparities in abortion that have existed in the United States for decades were confirmed. Using abortion reporting data from the CDC, particularly from states with large populations of minority women that perform significant numbers of abortions, Black women have been experiencing abortions at a rate nearly 4 times that of white women for more than 30 years. That's 3 decades of a genocide going on. The study's authors observed the evidence is clear that for many decades, Black children in the United States have not had and do not have today an equal opportunity to survive until birth. Among the many shouts demanding freedom and equal protection for Black Americans, silence excludes the millions of targeted preborn Black children who also deserve justice and humility. I'm skipping a couple of these paragraphs. They're short. Abortion is the hushed killer of Black life that has silenced millions of George Floyds before they even take their first breath of air. Yet in this remarkable moment of social reform history, the lives of Black preborn children have been forgotten. Research found that women who have an abortion during their first pregnancy are more likely to have more abortions later on. Additionally, these women are subjected to an increased exposure to hemorrhage and infection, the major cause of maternal mortality and other adverse consequences resulting from multiple separation events. Didn't I just say that? We got a higher mortality rate, and you want to blame that on the hospitals, on the negligence of the hospitals. What you really should blame it on is them last three abortions you had. Now you're trying to hide this one and hope your womb hold up. You hope your womb can sturdy it up to have this baby out of here. I'm going to read that paragraph again. Additionally, these women are subjected to an increased exposure to hemorrhage and infection, the major causes of maternal mortality and other adverse consequences resulting from multiple separation events. Importantly, with Black women having abortions nearly 4 times more frequently than white women, maternal mortality is likely to be greater in that population. When results of the studies are considered in light of the Democrat Party's political agenda, which features a full repeal of the Hyde Amendment and a return to full funding of Planned Parenthood, the potential consequences include an increase of the number of lives lost to abortion.
Democrats are not your friends, just as much as the Republicans are not your friends. Both sides are not friends to Black people, period. Okay? Obama was not a friend to Black people, period. From my knowledge, recollection, he was like, as soon as the baby's born, you can still abort it, still kill it. And then I think about it, he could have been, a way to bring Black people. I can't really see. He's not Christ. What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to make him out to deify him, but he could have used his platform to tell people that the issues that Black people have to correct them. But of course, if he did that, he would have lost the election. See, that's the problem, because the majority of the Black people voting Democrat, they don't want to hear the truth, just as much as people who vote Republican don't want to hear the truth. And when a Black person tells the truth to Blacks, what needs to get done, he will face almost being killed. Insults are light, but the fact that someone trying to take your life, that's the kicker.
program put into place by many, but notably Margaret Sanger, who was a well-known eugenicist. The whole base and premise of eugenics is to get rid of, versus population control, by getting rid of all those who have inferior genes, the nerve. The nerve to talk about whose genes is inferior and whose ain't. But you buy into this. See, on the plantation, you didn't have no choice. But in 2021, in 2016, in 2015, in 2017, you still on a plantation? Who we blaming for this? Who we blaming for this? We gonna blame the men? He in control of your womb? Thought the baby belonged to you. Thought your body your choice. Your body, your choice. You're choosing. You choosing.
See, that's the thing. It's only at convenience, my body, my choice. It's convenience. But if it's body, your choice, that's like Dave Chappelle said in that comedy skit, Sticks and Stones. Women have the right to their own body. Cool. The men have the right to choose whether or not they want to be the father to that child. A lot of these women are having sex with men that are not suitable to be fathers. Suitable to screw, but not suitable to be fathers. And I remember that time when he talked about that on Sticks and Stones, and all the women were shaking their heads. They didn't agree, but the men were agreeing. Your body, your choice. My wallet, my choice.
Not to involve yourself in getting into any contraception. You make up every excuse. I find it to be mind-blowing.
And the complaints. Oh, it's infection. Oh, it causes this stuff. There probably are other. You don't think the doctors know about that, so they would possibly have contraceptives that won't cause those problems. And if it does that, and if you are a woman whose body does react negatively to that, then that means you should be only looking for a husband. Okay? Sex period is a risk of having kids. Might as well just train yourself to find a mate, to find a husband. Okay? You might as well do that. It's a lot safer. You'll have to adjust, but that's the thing. A lot of black women raised with these modern concepts don't want to conform to a mindset that will help you get a husband and a family. But they want the man to do that. But you want to be a new age woman. It doesn't work that way. The new age woman is rife with chaos, arguments, Jezebel spirit, and bitterness, and leaving a bunch of kids that she created miserable. It's the worst case scenario. She's burying her child before her. She's the one burying a child instead of a child burying her.
That I will sit here and listen to black women sit up here and say, I don't want to use birth control because the hormones and stuff like that, and it made me gain weight, and I just don't want to put that stuff in. It's not good for black women. So abortions is good for black women? Is that
This is true. I believe there was a big talk about this during the Bush administration, George Bush, the son. That was going on, using the stem cells from dead babies.
They using the bodies and the fetuses for scientific research. Yours. Just serving them up. Just serving them up on a silver platter. Your womb ain't nothing but a graveyard. And you like it that way. A black woman's womb ain't nothing but a graveyard. I don't want to hear about you are the mother of the earth. Mothers actually got to birth kids out and take care of them. I don't want to hear nothing about black women are the queens and the mothers of civilization. You got to actually birth a kid to be a mama. You got to actually take care of kids to be a mama, to be the mother of something. You the Grim Reaper. You ain't no queen, mother, no earth. You the dang on Grim Reaper.
I know she's going to face a social death because of this. You know, very unpopular in the black community. Probably will be unpopular with black women as Kevin Samuels is unpopular with black women. This is true. This is true. Oh, not all black women. You know, and I just like to say I don't hate black women. I do current events and I do red pill content. This is one of these red pill contents. That's it. And it's about to bring an awareness about reality. And this is something to be talked about because this is reality. There's a black genocide going on, and it has to stop. You have all these pro-conscious community members talking about peace king, peace God, all this nonsense. And they can't talk about this because they're too busy trying to kiss the black woman's backside because they're trying to get sex. Instead of really trying to tell her what needs to be done in order to even get a husband. That she needs healing. That she needs to stop with these abortions. That she needs help. Therapy. But of course, if they talk about this, turn away because there's a side hustle. See, the thing is, when you really offer about help and stuff, people are going to turn away from you. Okay? See, that's how you know if someone's really there about truly helping people change and stuff. Is that they understand that they will be rejected. They'll be scorned. They'll be hated. They'll be cursed at because you're telling them things they really don't want to change, yet at the same time want a husband, want a man, want children, but refuse to keep doing the same things that were repelling those things to come into your life. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And this is what these liberal black women brainwashed by feminism and the political parties, that if I could get a man, he's going to have to accept me for me. My psychotic breaks and all, and killing babies and stuff. It's my body, my choice. I could do that because I'm a black woman in this country. And if you tell me otherwise, you're a misogynist, you're a bigot, and you're sexist. And you have that toxic masculinity telling me things I don't want to hear, yet it's for my own good. That's how it is.
That's who you are. Thank you, son Moses. I don't know if I said thank you or not. You wait until his life in there so you can kill him. You won't try to, and see, that right there is the sadistic part. That's what makes it a genocide. That's how I know you do it on purpose. See, these little articles tried to give you an out. supposed to say nothing. We ain't got to worry about what Zaddy do. Zaddy ain't got to come get you. He ain't got to put you in no concentration camp. He ain't got to put you in no FEMA camp. Because you doing all the killing for him. You doing the killing he can't do without being held up by the UN and charged for crimes against his own citizenry.
I'm gonna end it right there. What she's doing is a good thing. Okay, I have much respect for this woman. Okay, and what she's doing is basically the right thing, trying to warn the black community about this. And unfortunately, you're gonna have some black women that are gonna, defend the right to abortion, defend the right to kill kids. And obviously the heart of the issue, what's going on here. Some of these women are having reckless sex with a bunch of men, they have those business with, unprotected, okay, making excuses along the way. And you'll have simps and beta males saying it's okay, it's her right, her choice. Then let her pay for the abortion. Not people's tax dollars. My tax dollars shouldn't pay for an abortion. Talking about the white man this, the white man that, but you're going into his abortion clinics. I don't get it. You say you're against white supremacy, but you're shaking hands with them at the same time. Killing generations. And a lot of people have hands in this thing. A lot of people have hands in this. Especially with the black conscious community, you have these peas kissing the black woman's backside. She's a queen. No matter what she do, killing generations. You're against black genocide, but you're letting your queen kill a baby. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Later.